None of your lemonades can fucking compare to this all hardest lemonade. Oh look, my daughter's calling. Yeah, that was not entertaining at all.
Yeah. Nothing Pacific, a non-specific podcast from Espanola, home of the hottest homeless hookers.
Alright, so setbacks, shit falling apart, everything aside.
Now my fucking shit's too far away from me. Oh, there we go.
This is the podcast about nothing specific. And this is
Marty. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Fuck it.
Great way to introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Marty, the co-host of this plane ride that's about to hit the side of a mountain.
Hey, I don't think anybody called it a plane wreck when it happened on September 11th.
Oh, there's no intent here.
No. I sound like I'm far away and in the background because we clearly have no idea what we're doing, and that's probably the fun part about this is we don't know what we're doing. We've heard other podcasts, and
Now we want to make ours.
We're gonna make ours.
We need to make ours.
puppies and blackjack and hookers and whatever else.
Yeah, it's. I'm just saying hookers. You got me. You got me. This isn't Vegas, sir.
Okay.
So maybe we should give a little bit of background of why we're here and what the fuck this podcast is about.
Well, we already said that. That's what.
Did we?
That was the whole intro of, hey, this is a podcast about nothing specific.
Oh,
We don't know what we're doing.
we're accommodating the fact that people in New Mexico can't say Pacific.
okay.
Specific. Sorry, I just fucked it up. See?
So the name was kind of an offhand comment of how tons of people, especially those that are, or at least brag about being educated, typically say, "Oh, that's a very specific thing there," or that's a very non-specific thing. But most people don't say specific; they say Pacific because they don't know how to read, and it's super annoying.
That's very true.
Yeah, I mean that's
It's-
a nice way. I couldn't make it any funnier, but
Am I talking too fucking loud? Like, I don't know. This...
No, because your microphone is set up as like the number one, so yours sounds like you're right there in it. That's why I'm in the background. Now, if we had a condenser that was microphone, not microphone instrument, maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know.
That was some Joe Dirt shit there, man. All right, Mike's number one.
Fucking.
All right.
how I talk.
Rule number one, I'm number one. Number two,
I'm number one.
Mike's
You're
number two.
That means I'm the shit. I'm the shit. That's why I'm number two.
So, Abraham's number one. I'm number two. Okay, let's move on. Like,
Yeah.
Croc's number one.
Tell me something about yourself, Marty. Something that's
I say,
not too personal, but enough to be a vague, like, okay, this is a person. They do things. They have a life.
Jesus Christ, man. That was on the Richter scale of about 4 there. Looking at our voice sounds on this computer is pretty
We'll hear
amazing.
it later. We'll find out how it sounds.
Right?
But
How
no. That's like I said. A personal intro about yourself. Something people don't know.
something.
Because nobody knows who we are. Nobody knows where we are. Well,
We're in the
I mean,
bunker.
After the intro, we'll see how that works out.
We're going to change it from the classroom to the bunker. We're in the bunker right now in New Mexico. Try to find us. Good luck. You ain't going to find nothing.
That's how people get robbed.
What are you going to do? Come in my class?
No. I mean, something about you. Like, okay, your name is Marty. You're from Nambe. You work with me doing trash, and that's
Why do
nothing more than that needs to be given. Like, there's no details about like who you work for. Blah blah blah. You live in northern New Mexico. Something about you.
Yeah, I don't want to mention work because eventually we're going to be talking shit about
We're
some
gonna talk
shit in
about
here.
work.
So
That's fine.
let's just keep
everybody
it.
talks shit about work because if you
Right.
it kind of makes me wonder, like, if you don't have a job, what are you talking shit about all day? Are those the people that like talk shit about Fox News all day?
Yeah, or Raiders.
Oh, the president, blah, blah, blah.
Or Raiders fans.
Raiders fans are unemployed.
I'm not saying it. The internet's saying it.
No, you know what? My buddy was telling me he did this show in Albuquerque, and he said it was one of the most fun shows he's done because Mexicans love to laugh. Apparently, something was what he was getting at. But he's like, oh yeah, the fans they're all Raider fans, have the tattoos and everything. They had the greatest time. They're the greatest people. And I was like, what does that have to do with being a Raiders fan?
I don't know. I need to grab a Coke real quick. Hold on.
Well, he's, like,
You want one? Your Pepsi's.
Yeah, whatever.
Dude, I got a case.
Pepsi. We're not sponsored by it, but
We would love to be sponsored by Red Bull. I'm fucking throwing that out there.
money.
Give me money. I will throw that out there. Fucking Red Bull, if you're listening to this shit, like, well, first of all, I don't know why you'd be listening to this shit, but
Oh, look at this weird podcast from a weird place that people don't typically know exists.
we don't want money. We just want free cans of fucking Red Bull.
This podcast isn't for any real reason. We just want cool sponsors to give us money and free stuff.
I heard you can get free guns. That's kind of why we're doing this. Well,
I want free guns and weed and
ah,
diapers and cars, something.
Johnson & Johnson baby powder would be dope to get.
Yeah, if you fucking like cancer.
Oh yeah, that's right. Ah, damn, that's cold. A lot of people are talking about like the vaccines, like in New Mexico or throughout the United States, like the whole entire vaccine situation.
You know,
And my motto was like, Johnson & Johnson gave zero fucks about babies. Like when they came out with Moderna and all that good
Yeah.
shit. I wasn't
Moderna
gonna.
is an entirely different company.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh fuck. Well, oh yeah, the Johnson & Johnson shot.
There's Pfizer, Johnson, Moderna, and then you go to other countries where they have Azteca and whatever else.
Yeah.
Like Pfizer got in trouble because they were actually putting out negative press about other vaccines. Like they were the ones putting out the anti-vax nonsense
Ah.
about certain people. For some reason, oh no, they say it kills you, and that and the other is like a week later, it came out in the news Pfizer is putting out all this nonsense.
Jesus. But
You
like,
know, if you're like the main dick supplier, I get it, cool.
no, but going back to what
Monopolies.
going back to like Johnson & Johnson though, their vaccine was pulled off the market really quick because they like obviously they give zero fuck about babies. They're not gonna give a fuck about grown-ups. Like,
I don't know. I think they pulled it off because they weren't making any money.
can we get
Because
sued for mentioning like pharmaceutical companies?
no, but you can get flagged and like the whole episode gets taken down from certain things.
So
like
this
if
is
you go
gonna.
on Spotify that says COVID-19 information, blah blah blah, and at that point it's not really. You really only have to mention it like.
Watch this be
What
our.
are we at?
We're at 8 minutes
So
40 seconds.
I know most. Goddamn. Most stuff doesn't like happen until after the 10-minute mark, like to get monetized on YouTube and shit.
Has anybody ever been like canceled the first fuck creating the?
I've heard of people like they record one and they go, "This was absolute dog shit. This can never see the light of day."
Well, dog shit or not, we're gonna put this shit out there, but
Yeah, I mean,
fucking,
well,
I just don't want to offend somebody like to the point where they like Google search me or something.
well, here's the thing with being offended. People like, oh, cancel culture. I'm gonna be canceled. I said something wrong. If it sounds funny, it's not really gonna have any problem with it, right?
Yeah.
And that's like all around funny. Has to be funny. If you
It's
say
true.
something that's untrue, you just look like a fucking idiot. But you can't sit there and go, "I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm talking about." But the vaccine's bad, Joe Rogan.
At JoeRogan.com. I like how you snuck that son of a bitch under the radar right there. At JoeRogan.com.
But that was the big thing. Is like you can't sit there and say, "This is what I believe," to my large fan base, and then go, "But I don't. But you don't have to believe it." No, dude, you have fans that listen to you. That's kind of how it works.
Yeah.
So that's when people start getting on your tail for certain things. Now, if I started saying a bunch of racist shit, yeah, people are going to be very upset about it
Yeah.
because
Number one thing they'll do is try to get us fired.
yeah.
We're not racist, just
But
putting
that's
that
also
out
why
there.
there's certain info you don't get out.
I shouldn't have said get us fired. I should have said that they'll get them fired.
Yeah.
Technically, we're native and we can't be racist. I'm just kidding. That's a fine line right there. I
That
apologize.
is not a fine line
That is.
at all.
Remember the dump situation?
The what?
The dump situation?
Oh,
when
the-
homeboy got fucking nuts
yeah.
on you for
Okay, before we talk about
that was native on native crime right there.
So, you go to any race and they're gonna say something racist. They all are. It's a matter of how racist you are.
Is there a meter?
There is. So when I was okay, so it's constantly recording. Just don't.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, okay,
So
that works. I was
just
gonna say,
gotta
just don't touch anything, but
Yeah,
whatever. Okay, so what I was saying was,
just gotta minimize.
I was working in Georgia. I was at this hotel. It's a real fancy hotel, right down on River Street. And one of the janitors came up to me, and we were just talking about what was going on. Like they have what's called Blue Crush.
Blue Crush.
Yeah. So I didn't know what Blue Crush was. So I asked him. I was like, "What is Blue Crush exactly?" He's like, "Oh, well, that's when all the have spring break."
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that's a clear line of
I'm with
that's
you.
too fucking racist to say, especially in public in a hallway when anybody can come out and hear you, and you just kind of sit there and go, I'm not New Mexico.
Mexico. Shit's
People
real
will
out
just-
here.
People will just say wild shit, but then there's like the other side. Native people, yeah, of course we can be fucking racist. They're just as racist against black people as they are against white people. But they're also just as racist against black people, white people as they are against Mexicans. Here, more so. This is one of the few places where like you talk to Native people, it's like I'm not fucking Mexican. That's put down for a lot of people. For me, it was growing up. But
Jesus.
yeah,
It's
you
pretty
don't want
rough.
to get called
Yeah.
Mexican. I'm not Mexican.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I'm
pretty
Spanish
rough.
national, blah blah blah. Anyways, but typically Native people look down on Mexican people. Mexican people here look down on Indian people, and then the Hispanic people who are neither Mexican nor Indian will look down on both of us, and those that are actually Spanish will go, "Oh, you're pieces of shit anyway. Fuck you." And we all look to them and go, "Eat my dick." And except for the Hispanic people.
My
they're-
dick.
The Hispanic people are like, "Love me, love me."
I don't know. I think maybe they just all have their own group of assholes. Like,
Well, yeah.
that's just the safe way to say it. Like, there's no
Yeah.
fucking.
Everybody's an asshole. Yeah, they are, but they're not that bad.
How do we even start talking about fucking race on this?
I
Like,
don't know. Who
it
cares?
just
Who cares?
skyrocketed.
But you did bring up.
If I run for office one day, this is gonna come back to haunt me. I can feel it. Just
Well-
kidding. I'm not running for no office anytime.
Well, no. I mean, as long as you're not saying anything that is too.
Appalling.
No. Well, yeah, obviously. Yeah, you're not Kanye West.
Kanye gets to say anything he wants, and everybody just
He
looks
lost
at him
all his
like,
money.
I know. That's what you get for buying 100-foot tall TV that he was watching the Lakers on. Did you ever see that video?
No, but
He was like a little micro machine standing there on a 100-foot tall TV watching the game.
I know Kevin Smith has something like that.
Kevin Smith's a man, though. Like,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
he
he's the
doesn't
fucking greatest.
he doesn't just come out and say stupid shit like Kanye does.
I was listening to him talk about how he got this TV. It was like he went to this like a red carpet event or something.
Yeah.
It's probably fucking wrong. I don't remember the details exactly. But he went somewhere and he did something on a stage where he talked to people, and they all these TVs in the background. They had like 100-foot fucking TVs.
Yeah.
Like, we're just gonna throw these away. It's like, do you want one? He's like, hell yes. And he got these guys a hot home, put it in
Jesus.
his fucking bedroom on the second floor, and now he's got like this 100-foot TV in his bedroom with no fucking room.
That's what I hope to be one day, is 100-foot tall walls in my bedroom. Like, mine are 9 foot right now, so I got about 89 feet to go.
There's part of me that sits there because, like, I'm poor. I know what it's like to be poor. I know what it's like to not afford your power bill, right?
Yeah.
But I've also been into rich people's homes where they have like 5 air conditioners.
Yeah.
And not like small air conditioners or high efficiency ones. I mean package units, these big fucking
Dude.
one-piece units that they run all day for 12 hours a day in these 100-foot tall ceilings. You're like, your power bill must be insane. Like, what do you spend at Trader Joe's? Like, I can see that's all your food is just Trader Joe's, so you have good poops.
Good poops. Good poopsies. I'll
But,
tell
what are
you.
you spending on your power bill? Because I spent like
No.
maybe $80.
Check this out though. When I like not too long ago, I went with my father-in-law to this one house that he works at. I had to drop my daughter off with him because she was gonna go with him after work. Dude, he took me. It's right across from the governor's mansion. I'm not gonna say names or anything like that, but
In Santa Fe?
yeah, in Santa Fe, right down where the governor's mansion is. You could literally look at from his front yard. You could look at state police.
I don't want to tell you
parked in the front.
exactly where this place is, but I'm going to give you very precise coordinates.
Yeah, but there's 3 houses that are in that location, so you can't tell which house it is.
It's one of these 3 rich people's houses.
Yeah, but the thing is that you have to go, like, fuck, I feel like I really see too much details about this guy's house.
It's a lot of
Well,
details.
anyways, he has a generator that's hidden that could power the city of Santa Fe. He could literally power this. It's like a $250,000 unit under his house. Like I've personally seen it. It's a generator. It's amazing.
Well, it's like a regular generator people have, like
Yeah.
a regular gas power generator. Probably, I'd say low end is like the size of this table.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
I'd
this
say it's probably bigger than that.
this thing's like a giant unit.
Well,
And
that's what I'm saying. Like something to power a regular house that's gas powered is about the size of this
yeah,
table. Anything bigger is
yeah, it was an industrial size. Like it would put some wattage out. It's insane. Like blew my mind. But fuck, I lost where I was going with my story.
rich people.
Rich people in houses. Yeah, like
and how
buying
much
excessive
it-
shit for your house. Like that's amazing. Like I hope to be there one day.
I mean, like, I wish I could afford to buy a massive mansion. Not a McMansion that's on a golf course, like in the Landings in Georgia, where I've spent way too many hours. Just rich people that are renting McMansions.
McMansions.
But then again, who's it? Jeff Tremaine from Jackass,
Oh yeah.
the director. I worked
Yeah.
at his mom's house.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I put in one of her furnaces, but she's got like 4, and they're all 90% furnaces, like these big fancy fucking things.
My furnace went out last year, and I had to spend $200 to fix it. Can't even
That's still a
imagine.
lot.
I know, right? It was just a little tiny component that the
'Cause, I
dude
mean-
got off on Amazon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you pay somebody to know how to do the job. You don't pay them to do the job.
That's true. That's
Don't tell that to people when you work in their houses. They don't appreciate it.
yeah. They get
I had a dude yell at me and was like, "It was just a motor." It's like, yeah. Like they told you this before they charged you. I had to pay $1,500 for you to spend 15 minutes putting in a new motor. It's like, yeah, dude, I'm
So-
really good at my job.
It's a motor.
It's like my goal is to get in, get out, and say bye bye.
That's what she said. I'm sorry.
No, dude was super upset because there are some very specific things to take the motor out of a squirrel cage.
Oh, shit.
Because your motor is it's what, 1.5 feet wide, 1.5 feet tall. If you're thinking in this square, but it's round, and that's the housing. Inside that housing, you have this cage where the fan blade is, and you have to get the motor out of that fan blade.
Jesus.
So the best thing you can do is take the housing, put it up on some styrofoam bricks, get your punch, knock the motor out. And if it's good and it's clean, you can knock it out real quick. 15 minutes, you're done. I've also spent 5 hours trying to get a motor out of one without a pulling kit. So
That reminds me of when I was younger. I had a Jeep Cherokee. It was a '92 Jeep Cherokee, and the water pump went out. And like this is where like in the trades area was where experience beats fucking like schooling, like education.
yeah.
I fought with that, trying to take off that water pump I took off the fan. I did all kinds of stupid shit to it.
Mm-hmm.
Took me like an hour to get it off. My brother shows up, who's like a genius mechanic. He's like, "Oh, why don't you just put a little bit of tension on the tension pulley and pull it off?" What the fuck is a tension pulley? I told him. He's like, "Oh, you just get a breaker bar, you put it to it like that, you just crank it forward, loosens your belt, take it off.
Yeah, you got your tension,
You're good."
tension pulling your harmonic balancer.
My brother had it back on fucking 15 minutes. Took me an hour to get that fucker off. Didn't even know. I never knew how to change a water pump. That was my first time learning. I was probably like 17 at the time.
I mean, like, I can work on cars. I don't want to spend the time doing it.
Yeah.
Like, right now I'm supposed to be switching out head gasket, but I gotta take off the,
But you're here.
but I've got to take the intake and the exhaust off to get it off, to get to it, and I don't know if I can do all that.
Don't worry, man. One day we're gonna be that fucking rich where we just hire somebody to put that shit in for us.
Exactly. But like, there's some jobs I've done mechanically, whether it's a car or air conditioner or whatever. Both actually, a few times.
Yeah.
Once we were sitting my buddy's. He had an Oldsmobile. It's like a '95 Oldsmobile. This is like 2009, and the power windows didn't work, or something with the radio, something electrical. I don't remember what was going on. So I sat there and I was telling him, I was like, check it out. I had this hearse, and things would just start working out of the blue. I drove through a big puddle, came out of the puddle, sitting in the the McDonald's drive-through. All the power locks started working. Like I pulled up, everything, click, 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 click. 6 locks all at once. It was like, hit the button, all of a sudden everything works again. I was like, that's pretty fucking cool.
That's pretty gnarly.
So I'm telling my buddy this. We're sitting in his '95 Oldsmobile, and I sit there, Miyagi style, right? Like, check this out. Put my hands on the fucking dash. Fucking everything started working.
Jesus. Felt the power.
We both sat there, started laughing our asses off. It's like the radio works now, all the weird power thing works now. I don't know what the fuck happened, but there's days where that's just what happens. Something dumb happens and everything works.
Jesus.
Don't explain that to people when you go into their house to fix something though. So what did you do? I touched everything once.
I touched everything
now it works.
In an appropriate manner. Now it works. It's
like, that'll be $100.
Yeah. Who was telling me that they got a tip the other day for? Oh, it was up at the yard. At the yard, somebody gave him one of the laborers a $20 tip, and I was like, dude, that would immediately go straight to my fucking head, because I would be like, help everybody unload their shit, and then I'd be like,
well. No, I get that. I mean, that's probably one of the few reasons. I mean, not a great reason to help people unload their trucks and trailers and shit. Because Rudy and Amos do it all the time. They'll just pull whatever out.
Drop names, man. I was keeping them under the
It's
radar.
not last names.
But everybody in New
If
Mexico.
you keep it vague enough, and then you can censor it out later. It's not important. Anyways, so you help people to a certain degree. You're hoping you'll get a tip. You're not expecting to get a tip.
That's what she said.
No, it's kind of the other way around. It's like,
It's gonna get
a tip.
Somebody's gonna get a tip.
But no. Like, I worked at AutoZone.
You worked at AutoZone?
Yeah.
Nice.
One of the regular things you do at AutoZone is actually change out people's batteries.
Yeah.
Every now and then you'll get a tip because somebody's a nice person. I've run some of these routes and I've gotten tips just for taking people's trash, like Birch Street.
Oh, really?
Like, that lady's put money in my hand.
Oh, shit.
Like, twice now.
He didn't put nothing in her, right?
Nah.
Because that's the way.
There's at least 1 or 2 customers I sit there and go like,
Because
this is one of those porno jobs, like a plumber or a TV repairman.
Your trash is thrown,
like,
ma'am.
Yeah, I'm a pizza man. What's up? Blah blah blah. Fuck. Like that's the thing in life. Where like that's your goal. Like I want to have one of those porno jobs where I can fuck the customer.
Dude, that is none of my goals in life.
It's not. Okay, so it's not like a good goal. But I mean,
It's an honest goal.
Imagine if you're single.
I can't imagine
if you are
that.
married, not necessarily to act on it, but to have that opportunity to go.
Yeah.
I feel loved.
It's
like trying to it's like getting a blowjob from somebody you
Dude.
date or married or whoever, and it's like kind of like that half-ass thing. It's like I had to do it. It's part of the thing. Blah, blah,
It's
blah.
part of the agreement.
Versus a blowjob for somebody who wants you to love them, so they gave you the blowjob to make you love them.
Jesus Christ, man.
You know what that blowjob feels like, right? The second one.
That's.
If not, you know at least what the first one feels like.
I don't.
Like,
Oh my God.
like I mean.
How do we just start talking about BJs? That escalated really fucking quickly.
You wanted to do this, and
I was just asking a question. That's
look.
simple.
There's a few things in life that I've learned, and that I don't want to lead into.
Did you carry that
prejudices or
lady's
anything.
polycart to her front door on your shoulders like a UPS package man?
I do that with everything though. That's just how I carry shit.
Mom, I bought some ice cream.
My dick.
Mom, I bought some ice cream. Why are you holding the box on your shoulder?
I did go to
What the?
I went to Sam's Club yesterday to get some water. And I'm still kind of sick, so like got a big thing, case of water through on my shoulder. Sat there, and I also had like a thing, coffee pods. It was like I sat there, it's like I'm too fucking tired. I just threw it on the floor. Got a cart, was like.
Oh,
Yes.
dude, I didn't tell you the other day. I went to CVS to go buy a fucking case of water. Case is heavier than shit. I have a couple Red Bulls. Red Bull sponsor us, please. But anyways, I had Red Bulls. Please. No, no, but I had a case of water, dude, and I had fucking Red Bulls on there. And I'm standing there, and I look to the right, and this fucking lady with electronics in her hand, fucking shit ton of electronics, just walks out the door. Didn't pay for them. I literally put the water on the counter to pay for it, and I'm looking at the cashier, and I'm like, nobody's gonna call the fucking cops on this lady, and they're like, no, we can't even do nothing to him. We can't even look at him.
You've called the cops here in town.
Yeah, dude, that's another story.
I mean,
The
no,
dude had
like, when I worked at Dollar General, like we'd have cops come in to get stuff every now and then.
Yeah,
But if our alarms went off, it automatically called the cops. So there's a few mornings I went in there and it, like I got called one morning. It's like, yeah, the alarm's going off. Go check it out. I was like, fine. Get up early.
check it out. Put your
like
life on the line.
Like 30 minutes earlier than I wanted to. Go to work. Nothing happened. Turns out it was just a balloon floating around, setting off the motion sensors.
Fucking balloons. Holy
Yeah,
sim
so,
balloons.
No, I got really good with like rubber bands and paper clips, taking out balloons. But the cops were there. Like as soon as I pulled up, they're like, "Hey, the alarm's going off." It's like, "Yeah, I just got the call." Blah blah
That's
blah.
47 minutes ago. You should have told him.
Well, apparently it's worse than that. It's like, yeah, we get like these calls 7 times a night. One of the other stores got robbed the other day.
Jesus.
They took their whole safe and their DVR, everything. It was like
Took the
you hear
evidence
this,
with them.
there's like 7 times you hear this, so something could have actually. You guys would barely show up now. Now,
Yeah.
the problem is there's like for the sheriffs of the county, there's 2 on shift per time.
If
In
that.
the city,
If
no,
they're not sick.
yeah. If it's the city, I think it's about the same. And the state have at least 20 guys on shift at a time. Because
Throughout
you
the
see
state.
anything happens, you see all the staters out here.
Yeah. Well, look at the murder across the street from here.
That was this morning.
Turns out.
But tell us about what
But
happened
talking
the
to-
last time we were in this classroom.
Talking to Homeboy today, that I didn't know there was a murder across the street. I just saw a bunch of law enforcement cars
Why
there.
would we-
Yeah, I know. Like I'm gonna go over there like a reporter. Can you
Hey, what's
mention on
happening
this?
over
Yeah.
there? Somebody dead?
Yeah.
You guys busting hookers?
But like last time when the dude had the syringe on his ear like a fucking cigarette, and he was just shaving his head with the pocket knife. Like wow. Call law enforcement. Call all of them.
He had no shirt. He had no shoes on.
He was scraping
his
his
foot
with the
shaving
knife.
his head. Shaved half of his head.
And then
Had a
pulled out
syringe on his
clippers like
finger.
a fucking cartoon character. Where he got those clippers from, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
And Marty called the cops.
3 different
Well,
agencies.
first he called the 3
Non-emer-
non-emergency numbers for the sheriff,
Yeah.
city, and state. Everybody just kind of said, "Fuck off. We're not going to answer the phone."
The dispatcher, when I talked to her,
it's
remember?
Saturday, get fucked. Well, hold on. Then he calls 911 and she goes, "What?
What do you want?
What? What is the problem?
I would like
Is somebody dead? Cool."
True story, 100%. I should go to fucking I should public record act the conversation I had, and we'll post that shit on here because she said, "What do you want?" Like I was an inconvenience to her.
If you can get the recording, fucking do it.
Yeah, I could get it.
They put it on Instagram.
I wonder who I'd get it from because it wasn't city, it was the 911. So I'd have to go through.
I know.
That's
So my buddy's sister used to work for the 911 dispatch for Bernalillo County.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's by county.
By county.
But most places, I think it's really iffy because something happened to one of my neighbors the other day, and Santa Fe County was on the res
Holy
for
shit.
like their fire department and ambulance.
Yeah.
So I don't totally know how it works, but we also used my buddy's sister to help steal a car. So
May or may have not had a
Well,
buddy's
so
house
what
help you
happened
steal
was-
a car.
I told my buddies, like, hey, this car's been parked here for like a week. It's on jacks. What's going on with it? It's like, I don't know. He didn't work with me anymore. So what we do is we call sister to get the plates for him. Guy's in jail.
Oh, nice.
So like, okay. Towed that bitch out of there.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Anything that happened after that isn't important, and I'm already outside of the statute of limitations.
Yeah, eat that. Eat that, law.
Yeah, come at me, Johnny Law. I'll fight you.
You're gonna get fisted by the strong arm of the law if they find out who you are.
As long as it's Leslie Nielsen, I'll fucking take it.
Don't know who the fuck that is. I remember
You
faces.
don't know who Leslie Nielsen is?
Dude, I remember
Naked
faces.
Gun, fucking.
Oh, okay. Okay. The old man, white hair, right?
Yes, God.
Yeah. Okay. I'm back. Dude, I don't
Liam
remember
Neeson's dad.
names. I remember faces. That's what I
Liam
do.
Neeson's dad.
Liam. That's pretty hardcore. Oh
That'd be
man,
awesome if he was. Leslie Nielsen and Liam Neeson.
dude, we're coming up on fucking 32 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
Time went by quick.
Well, I mean, we can still edit this down to like 15 minutes and go like,
Fuck yeah.
Well, that's the thing, though. It's like,
Uh,
the goal is an hour. Are we gonna
hour?
get the hour? I don't know.
Are we
Am
in
I
a
going to fill it full of fake ads for stuff that doesn't actually exist?
Red Bull?
Probably.
Red Bull,
Red
sponsor
Bull
us,
is a
please.
real thing.
Please sponsor us, please.
Please give us money and free Red Bull.
Please.
Because there's like 2 places in town that does the 0 carb one. And it's very
I love the sugar-free.
Sugar-free.
Sugar-free is where it's at.
Give me a sugar-free pineapple.
What the fuck?
But make the pineapple taste like...
Sugar-free.
No. God damn, no. Fuck no.
Well, that was what it was. I took that as that's where it's going.
No. Make it sugar-free. Make it pineapple flavored. But make it taste like the Lifesaver fucking pineapple.
Ooh.
You know the kind you can only
Yep.
get for Christmas?
Mm-hmm.
That shit's fucking
That's where
nice.
it's at.
Mike's Hard Lemonade, or Harder Lemonade, had a limited
We should come-
edition fucking pineapple flavor.
We should tell Mike to come out with the hardest lemonade.
Hardest lemonade. It's 9%.
None of your lemonades can fucking compare to this. All hardest lemonade. Wait.
Comes with Cialis. So not only is it the hardest, so are you.
Can you imagine alcohol and fucking Viagra?
Yeah, that's called a fucking Rockstar back in the day.
It's called, like,
You remember how Rockstars used to have alcohol and
Yeah.
caffeine in them? And then people died? Fucking
that
pussies.
people died. I would like to think
Four
as
Locos came out and more people died? Fucking
Four
pussies.
Loco, dude. I think Four Loco sorted out the week. Like, if you couldn't handle a night on Four Loco,
That's
you're
the thing, Four
just sit
Loko
down.
tastes like shit, though.
I know, but if you couldn't handle Four Locos the whole night, just sit down. You know what I mean?
never-
Like,
I never had one of those kind of nights. Like I didn't buy a Four Loko until after I was 21. Probably. That's probably what made it less fun.
yeah,
It's like, here's this.
you gotta drink Four Loco with the right people.
I mean, that's like drinking Still Reserve, though. I need to drink Still Reserve with the right people. Oh, homeless people.
Dude, now that you just said Still Reserve, when I was 9, my mom and dad threw a party at the house, and this fucking white lady from Kansas was there because my cousins were down from Kansas visiting, and her boyfriend was like middle school lesbian stature. Like, I don't know if you could put that into like it was short, skinny, kind of like feminine dude. That's how I would put it. Short, skinny, feminine dude. Couldn't
buzz cut? Like a pixie cut?
yeah, that's exactly. And so they they came down, they threw a party and stuff. Like, my mom invited them because they were my aunt's friend. And the dude was drinking this stuff called Arrogant Bastard. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yeah.
He was drinking that shit like Bud Light on the res, bro. Like,
That shit's thick.
he was drinking it, and then his girlfriend got fucking wasted and was like throwing herself on the floor. Scared the shit out of my mom and dad because my mom and dad were like they were white girl drunk. Like, there's no fucking going around it. No, like, she was like, started talking about elephants or some shit that I remember, and she was making it was like that white girl from Cheech and Chong. Remember when she does the Ajax and she does the elephant sound? She did that and then passed out on the floor. Yeah, she did that sound and passed out on the floor like she was dead. My mom and dad were like drunk and didn't know whether to call the paramedics or let them handle it.
Are you sure she's from Kansas?
She's from Kansas, bro. She's from Kansas.
Because that sounds like New Mexico.
I remember, my mom and dad bought me Chinese food and like put me in the room. No joke. It was, dude. It was even legit Chinese food. It was the frozen one that you get at the grocery store that you put in the microwave for 4 minutes. And I was in my room and I remember I was watching TV because we had apparently we were bougie or something. We had DirecTV in all the rooms. And
I mean, no, back in the day, you used to be able to go to flea market getting all the boxes, remember?
Yeah, that's what my mom and dad did.
You weren't bougie, you were just fucking ghetto fabulous.
Fake it till you make it, bro.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
anyways,
baby.
that was a hardcore party though, because I remember like my mom and dad had these really tall speakers, like fucking pretty good sound system.
Yeah, the old box speakers.
And
wood, like actual wood, not that fake stuff.
yeah, and so
They had a 6 disc CD changer.
dude, my dad's is 32, and it was like you load them all in. And, but you were the shit if you had it, I guess. I don't know. That was.
Everybody had that.
I try to block out my early days.
I try to forget how I grew up.
Yeah.
Blessed, it was just really bougie.
And I remember that big ass sound system my dad had. He fucking cranked on AC/DC, and I was like, "What is this? Hello." So I've been listening to AC/DC for a long time, but when I was 17, like stepping off the story, when I was 17, I decided that I was gonna grow my hair out long and become a rock star. Good thing I didn't follow that dream because I kind of fucked myself. But I was thinking about it. Oh look, my daughter's calling me. Yeah, that was not entertaining at all.
Yeah, that was super sweet.
That was.
So I guess we're just.
We'll just edit that out.
Edit that
the fuck out. Don't call me during a podcast, lady.
I want to keep going. I don't want to pause it.
Let's go burn one.